Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, emphasis on the .net. And we're here today for water, which includes Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for August 4th to the 10th, 2019. And we're just going to jump in. And the first card I pulled was Nurture. I suspect this means to nurture yourself. And that's been something I've been saying to do for the last forever, because the energy has been really, hi Rachel, has been really difficult. And the more we look after ourselves, the better it is. So the base card is the Princess of Pentacles. And that's a strong card. It's one where the princess is doing really well, obviously, because she surrounds herself with beauty, but she also makes money. That it's abundance. I'd rather go with abundance than money, because there's many forms of abundance, and only one form. Money has only one sense of or energy. What covers it is the star, and the star is the goddess energy or the female energy, but on a universal level, not on the human level. And the goddess energy looks after the people that are following her. But she's a hard taskmaster, but she supports her people very well. She also likes balance. She likes things to be in balance. So the energy is positive, that you're surrounded by beauty, and the goddess's energy is looking after you. And what's behind? It's the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's worked very hard is now reaping the rewards for all the effort they put in. So far, the cards are saying that it is time to reap the rewards and enjoy the life that you've been given. All right. Well, enjoy the life that you've been given. Enjoy the life that you've worked for really hard. There's still energy of shifting and changing in there, but it's also the energy of wherever you are. You can't see it, but there's a snail down there who carries this home with it. Wherever you are, that is your home, the energy of home. But she's surrounded by butterflies, which is transformation. What's just below you, what's just finishing, would be the Eight of Wands. So things have been really, the energy's lightened up for you. You're starting to fly or feel more confident about yourself, but you're staying grounded. And that's another thing I have been harping about for ages, being grounded. So far, water, that's you have a fairly decent energy. But now let's see what it takes us for your work part of the week. And then you get the Chariot. And the Chariot is a major arcana. So it's the second major arcana. Powerful energies for this week. The Chariot is about remaining in balance, staying in balance. And if you fall out of balance, feel free to pull yourself back up. Falling out of balance is not a horrible thing. It's whether you choose to remain out of balance or bring it back into balance. Another thing this card suggests very strongly is you've been doing pretty good. Keep on doing what you've been doing. Keep on continuing along the same vein of energy. So far, I would be very happy to have this reading for myself. So towards the end of the week, you get the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is celebration, or being on cloud nine, being very happy about things. And the Nine of Cups is, it is the wish card. And so everybody in water gets to make a wish who sees this. Make it big, make it fabulous, make it grand, because this is a grand week. This is a week of fabulously powerful energy, but in a very positive way. And so this card doesn't really fit. It suggests that things are still happening behind the scenes. So be patient. If things are not coming together exactly as you wanted them to, don't worry about it. Well, really, I think this is a week of integrating because the energies are completion energies. So, what's coming up after the completion energies is the Princess of Wands. Well, the Patience card, but it's a minor patience. And I think that's more about the energy movement than about being patient. Because the Princess of Wands, she is the inner child that decides when, well, you've had enough vacation. Now we're going to bring up some more of that subconscious stuff to work on. So this is what's coming up for you after you've had your vacation. So enjoy your vacation. Make sure you enjoy your vacation a lot because obviously you're going to work. That's not funny, is it? So the Five of Wands, what will probably trigger it is some form of confrontation. How? Well, it could be a confrontation within yourself where you don't agree with how you're feeling and you get really cranky with yourself. Don't do that. Just look at it and go, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. That's my next lesson. Let's deal with it. And the faster you deal with a lesson, the easier it is. Unless you've procrastinated a long time, and then you get whammied. That's how life is, right? So it could be that somebody comes along and says, "Hey, you stole my parking spot." It's really cranky about it, and you look at them and say, "Well, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry," and you walk away. And that just tells you that you've passed that journey. It's no longer part of your future because you didn't stand there and argue with the person. You just dealt with it and let it go. And the last card would indicate that that's exactly what you're doing. It's the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands arguably is not my favorite, but one of my favorite. And I have a lot of favorites. But she is the inner child that brings up magic. The inner child brings up the magic in you. And that might be just the belief in magic, or it might be that you see how well you've done and believe feels so good, and then it feels magical. So the confrontation that you thought was going to be huge because the inner child says, hey, this is coming, and you just walk away from it. And that's what I'm suggesting is going to happen. You're just going to walk away from it because you learned those lessons. So does this make it an easy week? If I'm going to go with it, I'm going to say nurture yourself a lot this week because you have earned it. And to get to this place where you have earned it, you've worked really hard to get there. And you're probably a little tired and a little burned out. So if you have a really easy week, enjoy it because it won't stay. Why won't it stay? Well, this is why. The next one is to spread your wings. And when you spread your wings, that means you're going to do more. You've got more energy to do things. You can see more clearly about what you're doing. And every time we spread our wings, we get the air underneath us and we blow up. We can see more clearly what's happening. And there will be times when we want to go back and redo. Is that bad or good? It just means that you know how to deal with the situation, and the inner child is going to be delighted for you, but remain in balance. Be patient because you're coming to a time of magic. And I just take it that this week is relatively good. And when I say relatively good, there's always that exception, right? Where, oh, dang, I didn't learn the lesson. But the majority, I would say, is you've learned the lesson and you're going to the next step. I think that's it. Hello, everybody. And thank you, Maria. Any questions? I can take one or two.
Amy asks, why is Dario appearing like a player?
He doesn't trust his feelings. He comes in and plays kind of energy, then comes back out because he doesn't trust that what he's feeling is his truth. Um, what what you can do is just if you're having, if you can have sit down with him, have a cup of coffee, and simply enjoy the conversation and talk to him like a human being. And when he starts to do the player game, just say, "Oh, not today, okay? Let's just talk and be friends at the moment, and see what happens for him." That will figuratively yank his cord down, and he will come to a standstill and not exactly know how to deal with the situation. So it is to your benefit to call him on his game, not necessarily say, "Hey, you're a player, what the heck?" But no, not today. I don't feel like it. All right. It is for your benefit because he doesn't know how to proceed. That's my take on his energy at the moment. And I think, like most people, he's a little bit afraid. And who isn't afraid? When you're making a commitment like that, it's can be very terrifying. All right.
The Hawaiian goddess asks, what is going on with Cameron?
He is confuted at it. That's the only word I can come up with. He just looks kind of perplexed and not sure what he's supposed to be. Not at all sure. I guess that must be the energy for men right at the moment. They're just not sure. They know they want to take another step. They're just not quite sure if they're confident or comfortable with the next step, but they're thinking seriously about it. If he is very insecure, he will walk away. And that has nothing to do with who you are. It has to do with his ability to function in a real adult world. He tells me that he really likes you, but at the same time, he gives me the image of shaking in his boots. So, ladies, I have a reader on my group. Her name's Elizabeth, or Aunt Beth, and she does a compatibility reading. This will tell you exactly how this person and you will relate, and whether it's worth your while putting all the energy into it. It's I highly recommend it. She just did one today for a lady, and I don't get to see what they are, but I'm pretty certain it's right on. So check it out, Elizabeth Myers, compatibility reading. She is, as I say, super good. I personally prefer the animal readings, but that's just me.
The last question was retracted, so you can wrap it up.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And ladies, these guys, they need to they just need a little bit of a push, a gentle push. What did the Hawaiian goddess say?
We're polar opposites. I'm double Libra, he's Aries, but I have a strong Scorpio and Virgo in my chart as well.
So Aries and Libra should actually get along really well, or not. But there should be enough in common that Aries and Libra get along. I personally have never I've heard that it happens. So good luck. But I would go talk to Elizabeth. It would save you a lot of heartache or potential. Oh yeah, I'm worth. It's worth sticking this out.
Also, Rachel Spalding, if you want to retype your question, please feel free or come back. Or do we want to try and finish the weeklies off today, or
It's 6:30. We may do it today or not. I'm not quite sure.
she quickly says, I asked about my relationship with my daughters and if it will get better.
I prefer to do one at a time, but I will see what I can do. They do feel a little cranky, don't they? They kind of remind me of the two stepsisters from Cinderella. You know, the ones that were go up into the attic, go down into the cellar. You can do it both together. Okay, that, and it's like they're not being logical in their crankiness. They're just sort of feeding off of each other. The younger one would like to, she'd like to reach out and work things out with you. She's kind of missing you a great deal. But at the same time, the older ones, or one, is still in a state of pain and cranky. And so she's kind of like afraid. If you can reach out separately without the other, individually, so that neither one of them is around, try the younger one first. And make it very plain. Whatever they're wanting, it's not the right time for it yet. They need to wait. They have to be patient. And I do foresee that eventually this will smooth over, but I don't see it happening just yet. Okay.
All right, that's it.
Okay, I hope that helped. So the father's okay. The father's involved too. Then
I don't know.
Well, she's just saying.
No, I know that, but
Yeah.
It's not really enough.
Yeah.
To go off of.
Yeah. I had a few things, but what else I get, it's not something I'd like to say on open forum. So good luck. It will pass eventually, but not yet. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, guys.